I am going to start kind of getting blood work done and things like that to be able to measure. I was supposed to do it last week, but I'm going to talk about
the weekly meeting scheduled, and they've already got quite a lot of volunteers that signed up for it.
We had a meeting with a couple of weeks ago with and I can't think of the other lady's name, and they said that their kind of emphasis is going to be towards the second half of the year. They weren't really familiar with exactly what had been happening, so we gave them we kind of went through the whole plan, what we had done last year and what we had proposed to do this year, and they were a bit more familiar then, so they were a lot happier about what was actually being kind of quoted for, etc. But they said that their hiring timeline is kind of more towards Q3, Q4, so that they'll kind of put a plan in place and do a bit of brainstorming themselves internally and kind of look for volunteers from their side, but it'll be later on in the year before anything happens.
Got it. And I might just change this up a little bit, so somewhere...
Or manufacturing.
Yeah. Now we just shortlisted to another one.
Hola, welcome to episode 40. Episode 40, wow. Anyway, it's Tuesday evening. I'm on the way to the gym to do some training with Darren. Today and yesterday I didn't record because it was pretty much just sitting at the laptop all day and doing a lot of being pulled from project to project, task to task, business to business essentially. Not business to business like B2B, being pulled from business to another business because I have so many. I'm rambling now. Alright, what happened yesterday was we were getting ready for the hospitality show in the RDS, which was today. I wasn't at it obviously. The guys were and had a really good day. Also today on Irish Times we have an article published and it'll be going out on multiple platforms or publications over the coming days about the new MUSH platform, which is getting great traction. The boys got a great reaction and interest from a number of companies and businesses and even competitors at the hospitality show today in the RDS, so that's really successful. Very happy with the launch so far, it's going really well. Also today we got the leisure wear ordered for Coffee&Kimuras, so the new style, the new branding, the new designs of leisure wear will be released in the coming weeks. They're going into production soon. Also are waiting to confirm from the new supplier for the geese. The new Coffee&Kimuras geese will hopefully be going into production next week. Just waiting to confirm that, which hopefully will be confirmed tomorrow. Also still deciding, flip-flopping back and forth on the property project, my personal property project of going with Blockwork or ICF. I had made the decision to go with Blockwork on Friday, spoke to someone else today on the ICF side and I might be flipping back. So very hard to make that decision, but yeah, a lot of variables going into that decision. But it's all good. The last few weeks have just been a bit of kind of reverted back to, I've been a bit disorganized again. Just a lot going on at the minute and trying to plan out some educational content is proving to be a little difficult. That's it. Right, I'm gonna go and bust out some frustration in the gym. Alright, see you tomorrow. Thanks guys. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Well bro, I just realised I didn't get back to you last Friday, sorry, that was very rude of me. What's happening with just wondering if there's any update. Let me know. Nobody wants to talk to me. Hello, it's Wednesday evening. I am very fatigued after a tough lunchtime training session with Fred today, but it was enjoyable. Good session. In the meantime, we have alongside the orders that we got in yesterday for the new leisure wear and the new geese, we ordered some finger tape today. So pretty much everything that I spoke about for most of last year on these vlogs is finally starting to come into play. So there's going to be geese, finger tape, new leisure wear, starting to fix it all up on the website as well. Just need to get some product shots done and obviously get the new products in and get the product shots done for the shorts from a few weeks ago that were wrong. The factory is reopened and they're working on doing revamped version of those, the correct version hopefully. Get those in a couple of weeks. So it's all go, all busy, all great. Within
6 weeks. All of the new products will be live on Coffee&Kimuras site, which will be the new website as well. We'll be sending products out to the athletes that we spoke to, organising photo shoots for them, local to them. Hopefully be going to visit a couple of them in Luxembourg, an unusual one, but I'm gonna try and get over there. Whenever the products come, I'll probably, instead of shipping the products over, I'll probably just throw them in a case and bring them over myself, do a photo shoot with them, meet the guys, do a bit of training with them, and yeah, looking forward to that. That'll be fun. That's going to be fantastic. And then today, the ZOMA guys, Niall and Glenn, were at the hospitality show again in the RDS, speaking to people about MUSH, which also, on that topic, David is going to be on News Talk next Monday morning at 6:30 in the morning to speak to some guy on a morning business breakfast show. I don't listen to the radio, so I don't know, but he's supposed to be quite good, quite hard hitting, so we need to be prepped for that interview. So hopefully we'll have our ducks in a row by then. That's the update. That's Wednesday. This evening I have to meet a builder and discuss the building of the house, see what he's actually quoted for, make sure that we're in line, and make sure that anything that he's not doing or that he can't do, I can get someone else to do. So it's all go. Very busy. Enjoying things at the minute. Went through a bit of a slump there for a couple of weeks, but now things are starting to look up again. Had a good January, quiet couple of weeks there at the start of February, but we're back on track again. Momentum is building again, so that's good. Here's Dara coming back to me.
The aim is to make the call in the first, probably next week. More likely to go for it, but just want to remember to pull together for you guys. I don't want to kill the project, but we're basically 99.5% certain to go. Just go with this option, not even yourself, go to somebody else. I get my 3 votes obviously from you, but just we still don't have all the information yet. So device info, product etc. So we aim to have all that for you next week, and then green light you. So
yeah, no worries, just checking in. That timeline's still fine, so we should be okay. Cheers, it's been a good week. Alright, that's it. Right, where's Richie ringing me? Well, what's the crack?
What's the story now?
All good. Okay, I have to leave now. Is that still recording? Let's see how long that clip is. 52 minutes. Oh, probably should have stopped it now and again. Oh well. Okay, I need to. What was the other thing I had to do? Oh yeah, job applicants. Let's see how that goes. I shall do that later. All right. For now, I'm going to look at the building site, and then I'm going to talk to a builder, and then I'm going to clear my throat. All right. See you later. Bye. Hello, what day is it? Thursday afternoon. I have a coffee. Not a MUSH-ROOM coffee, just a regular coffee. This is the latest I've had a coffee in a long time. It's 3:05. And I'm in my office because I'm going to do a couple of calls now. I'm going to call 2 girls who applied to us for, a couple of different roles really. Kind of paid ads, marketing strategist type roles. I'm going to call these now and see how they come across and possibly see if they're a fit and get them in for an interview next week, if so.
Speaking.
Hi, it's Chris from ZOMA. How are you?
Hi, Chris. Well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Thanks. Leave it with me and I'll get back to you in the next couple of days.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thanks, Chris. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
She seemed good. She seemed like a nice girl. Alright. Now I gotta go pee and then I'm gonna ring someone else.
A few moments later.
Alright, I'm back. So before I call the next person, I'm going to give you a bit of an update about what's been going on. So this morning we got a very unusual lead by someone ringing the office phone who was referred to us by someone that we didn't work with previously that we spoke to, and turns out we were too expensive for them from a brand revamp kind of point of view. But they referred this person on to us, and it's a very, very unusual project on the app development side, which although we don't necessarily do it, we can work with them on the wireframing and work with a partner company to work on the app development end. Really, really unusual project, pretty much for a private individual. So that's an unusual one. We're trying to line up a call for Monday to discuss that in more detail with them. But yeah, could be very interesting. Also today, in about an hour and a half, 2 hours time, I'm going to be going to the Coffee&Kimuras warehouse. They just received 9 boxes of hoodies and t-shirts. Plain hoodies and t-shirts that I'll be dropping to the printers tomorrow morning to get the Anti-Decaf Jiu-Jitsu Club new design printed on, and the Caffeine Combat Club, maybe some red box designs, and the Your Staff t-shirts for your 10, 11, Year 11, which is on next weekend. No, 10, I can't remember which one it was. Anyway, that is a cracking card, by the way. If you're watching this today, it's released. The show is on tomorrow, and I highly recommend getting the pay-per-view because the main event in particular, 2 flyweights, one of whom trains with us in Yuri, is an incredible talent, as is the guy he's up against, going for a flyweight title on the year show. So that'll be a really fun fight. And Shay, in that fight, will actually be wearing Coffee&Kimuras gear, which is being shipped out today, and we will have next week. I hope it comes in time. Shout out to Klaviyo. Give me this Chili's bottle when I was over there in London a couple of weeks ago. Not sure if I showed you that. Really nice bottle. I've been using it every day since. All right, let's call this next prospective employee.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, yes.
Hi, it's Chris here from ZOMA. How are you?
Hi, great, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm great, thanks.
Your time.
No problem. Leave it with me and I'll get back to you in the next couple of days, and I'll reach out to you and with the next steps.
Okay, great. I look forward to it.
Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye bye. All right, that was quite good. I'll chat to David and see what he thinks, and we'll take it from there. And now I have some projects to go through with you. All right, back downstairs we go. Hello again. It's Thursday evening. The boys have left the warehouse, so they left the boxes in a van for me. All very safe and secure right beside the main road, but it's all good. Let's load up the car. I need a van. Well, that was eventful. Good job I played Tetris a lot as a child. Oh my god, I have no idea how I got all those boxes in there. I did drop the camera and break the tripod though, so that's not ideal. But anyway, watch this. Magic. Jesus, I'm good. Alright, I need to get home with these and get them to the printer in the morning. My goodness. It's Friday morning, I'm in the car, I'm on the way back to the office because I just dropped off all of that gear to the print shop, because as you can see, I have an empty car again. Thank God for that. That was, well, actually it wasn't a big deal. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, it wasn't really. So that's all sent off to be printed. That includes staff t-shirts for year 10. Yeah, it is year 10. I checked it last night just to make sure. For the year 10 show, which is on next Sunday. And yeah, that's it. Back to the office now. We have a call with a guy who's giving us a hand with a custom feature on the MUSH website to do with location sourcing based on the user location. So that'll be a nice feature to have. Pretty much it's a feature that it should have. So yeah, we have to make sure that happens. So he's been doing a bit of investigation over the last couple of days to see what the best way is to do it on our platform, and I think it's going to work. Just have to have a quick call with him now to make sure that that is going to work, and then we're off to the races. That's the plan. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about, I was supposed to do it last week, but I'm going to talk about my microdosing mushroom experience. I gave you the spoiler alert last week, or not spoiler alert, but the teaser that it's not what I expected, or not what you would expect maybe. I don't know. Round 2 is incoming. I'm just waiting on the supply for round 2. So we'll do it slightly differently the second time and see how it goes. But right, I'm going to stop talking now because that's going to ruin it. See you tomorrow. Hello and welcome to Saturday. I'm at home. I'm sitting with a bag of oil mushroom coffee, and I'm wearing a custom Coffee&Kimuras oil t-shirt, which we have created, produced and developed for a photo shoot that we were going to do for Oil Coffee recently. We did do, through ZOMA, we did a content shoot with James from Oil, who you've seen in the past, who I also did a podcast with in the past, and I'll link it up there. Richie did a shoot with James in his house during the week, going through the science behind mushroom coffee, how to brew coffee properly through a V60 or an AeroPress, and about oil as well, and the brand and where it came about. But we still haven't had a chance to do the Coffee&Kimuras oil photo shoot, which I have rash guards and shorts sitting over there for. But why I'm wearing this t-shirt is because it's quite topical in that I want to talk a little bit about, firstly, oil and mushroom coffee, but also a recent spell I went through of microdosing mushrooms to see what that experience was going to be like. Now, in terms of the mushroom coffee itself, I've been using that a lot more consistently than I had been. I tried it last summer and I really enjoyed it. Over the last couple of months since I spoke to James last, I've been using it on essentially a daily basis, 99% of the time anyway, and I really, really enjoy it. I've pulled back from my kind of coffee drinking habits of 3, 4, 5 cups a day, and now I'm having a cup of oil first thing in the morning, cup of, say, regular, nice coffee, not like
instant coffee or anything, but a cup of regular coffee at like mid to late morning, and maybe one more in the early afternoon. But that's about it. I've kind of cut out a lot of afternoon coffee, but I think the combination of the mushroom coffee in the morning and also the lack of coffee in general, or the reduction in coffee in general in my day, has definitely helped. I find in the morning that I do get a little bit more focus and focused work done at an early stage in the day than I would have before. I wasn't always a morning person. I would have always been I suppose working at night person, but that was because I was working in a 9 to 5 at the time. Over the last few years I've transitioned more to getting kind of heavy work blocks done from like 6:30 in the morning until 8:39, and I find that the mushroom coffee has really helped me be a little bit more productive at that time over the last while. Now, microdosing of mushrooms is something that I've kind of toyed with the idea of for a number of years now, but I never actually acted on it. I've spoke to a couple of people about sourcing them, and recently I got my hands on some truffles, which are slightly different. Now, I don't know the difference, I don't know the science behind it, I haven't looked it up, but I do know that truffles are kind of more underground versus the mushrooms. It's more like a root essentially, and it's slightly different. Now, I went through 6 portions, one portion every 3 days, so 6 portions, went through about 18 days. Honestly, didn't find that much from it. I inherently didn't feel any different. Didn't notice any increase in creativity, increase in productivity, any of the kind of usual results, I suppose, or usual side effects. I suppose they're not really side effects, but usual kind of expected outcomes that people kind of harp on about when they talk about microdosing of mushrooms. Now, there's a couple of reasons I think that might be. One, I may not have taken enough for long enough. I might have only kind of been reaching saturation point within my body towards the end of that cycle. So next time I'm going to try maybe doubling the dose for a little while and see. 2, I started taking them at a time kind of mid to late January when I was in I had a good feeling of momentum. If you remember in the videos a few weeks ago, I would have spoke about that. The momentum that I felt I was building up was really, really positive, and everything was kind of going well, and there was a lot of things happening. And then we got the order of shorts a few weeks ago that were all wrong essentially, and they're all still sitting here beside me, which kind of threw me for a loop and felt like it stopped the momentum in its tracks. And I think that, combined with taking the microdosing of mushrooms at the time, I think didn't really work hand in hand, let's say. And what was the other reason? The other thing that I think is the fact that they were actually truffles rather than, say, mushrooms. So I don't really know. I'm kind of trying to find some bit more information and doing a bit more research and reading on it to kind of discover what the difference is, and then obviously finding someone who can source those products for me so I can maybe try a couple of different variations, different types of mushrooms, different quantities as well. Like I was saying, I'm going to play about with that over the next while, but it's something I'm going to trial in on and off periods throughout this year. I've had a couple of people who have microdosed themselves and said that after 6, 7, 8 of those portions of those 3-day periods that the creativity starts to wear off and anxiety starts to come in more. So I don't know what type of mushrooms they're taking. That's what I'm going to try and dig into over the next while and see what it is they're having, where they're getting it from, and then try that myself. But I do think that there is going to be something there. I think functional mushrooms are something that an industry that's growing. They're a product that's going to become a lot more mainstream over the next 3 to 5 to 10 years. They're already legalized from a medical and a prescription standpoint in Australia, and I think that's going to spread worldwide very quickly. So trialing this and kind of having a little bit of knowledge and experience behind it is kind of trying to be a little bit ahead of the curve with an industry that's I think going to boom over the next while. And the start of that is the mushroom coffee, which I'm really, really enjoying. This is the next bag. I just finished the last bag this morning, which was the Defend blend. This is the new Focus blend, which is the combination of lion's mane, reishi and cordyceps mushrooms. So this is the new oil blend which they are running with now. So that will be opened not tomorrow morning, Monday morning, and I will start my week with that and have this coffee now over the next while. That's pretty much my experience with microdosing over the last little while, my experience with mushroom coffee as well, and it's something that I'm going to continue with because I do think there's a lot of benefits. I'm sure there's more benefits in terms of internal health that I'm not measuring. I am going to start kind of getting blood work done and things like that to be able to measure a little bit more from the internal physical standpoint of how my body is reacting to some of these things. So I'll keep you updated on all of that. And that's it for episode 40. Productive week, a great week. I can feel that sense of momentum that I was talking about that I kind of lost there for a few weeks. That started to build up towards the end of this week. Well, throughout this whole week, but really Thursday and Friday this week, I started to feel that building again, and I'm really looking forward to kind of keeping things going. There's a lot in the pipeline from every angle, from ZOMA, Coffee&Kimuras, personally. There's a lot happening at the minute, and it's quite exciting. It's fun to be involved in from all angles. So yeah, looking forward to keeping that going. Thanks for your support, thanks for your encouragement, and thanks for watching. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next Saturday at 8 a.m. Bye.
Okay. So, oi, oi, oi.